Yo guys, what's up, what's up? Figured I'd stop off here in beautiful Allentown, one of the rest areas here. No idea which one, I don't know, somewhere in Allentown, PA. So got off real quick and kind of want to talk about an experience that I ended up having yesterday, which was pretty crazy. This was pretty nuts to have just kind of like witnessed this and gone through it, and it was completely unexpected, right? I didn't expect this to end up happening out of a conversation that ended up having with a few of the players yesterday. But basically what we started talking about was, I got into my presentation and stuff like that, and these were kids that were basically 11, 12 years old, this specific group that I was talking to. And what we got into is we started talking about the idea of, all right, where we going in? So basically, Barry, what's up, buddy? What's up? We started to get into the whole idea, guys, of strengths, right? Focusing on that versus weaknesses. So usually what I ask the players is I find out from them of how many of you guys focus on developing your weaknesses, right? And most of them hands go up. How many of you focus on developing your strengths? Then you end up having some of the hands kind of go up and not really. So that's a big part of, right, playing for that feeling. I talk about this all the time, playing for that feeling. So I'm trying to inspire them and help them take a look at it and see it. Matt, what's up, bud? So here's what was crazy, though. As we went through this conversation, guys, Reed, what's up, buddy? Coach, what's up? What was crazy about this conversation, Reed, you'll appreciate this one. This was nuts, guys. So I asked them point blank. I go, all right, guys, so if we focus on our strengths, don't you think coaches will believe in you a lot more? And like, yeah. They're sitting there like, okay, yeah, makes sense what you're saying. Here was the kicker, though. So I asked them, I was like, all right, guys, well, let's think about it real quick. How many of you guys, by show of hands in this group here, how many of you feel, right, coming out of it, how many of you had coaches through the years who believed in you? Remember that feeling of coaches that believed in you? How many of you guys in this group have had somebody like that? This was crazy, guys. This is where this was pretty much fucked up. If I really looked at the core of it, this was nuts. Three hands barely went up. It was like just not confident, but 3 hands kind of did this out of about 40 kids. You heard that right. 40 kids that were 11, 12, so easily they're all high-level players, so they're all playing for at least 6 years, 7 years. They've been in the environment, and only 3 could raise their hands and say they've played for a coach who believed in them. That's nuts. That's nuts. And I'm not sitting here saying like, I know I've been there. I know I've been a part of the issue too at some point, where there was the kids that had on my own teams that didn't give them that love and didn't show them that and that gave them that belief. But what's crazy to me was here it is with 11 and 12-year-olds sitting here talking to them as a group, and they never had that feeling and sense that a coach believed in them. Most of them. Three barely raised their hands out of the other 40 sitting there, and it's like, yeah. Like, that's nuts to me. That is nuts. That's dysfunctional. When you're 11, 12 years old, why are they still playing? After so many years, they've never played for a coach who's believed in them. They've never had that feeling of what that means, and yet they're still playing the game. There's a disconnect. When we talk about playing for that feeling, you play because you love it, because you believe in something more about yourself. But here it was, this group of kids couldn't answer that. And to me, that was something that, when I looked at that, I just thought like, damn, that's crazy. Where are we missing the mark? What are we doing wrong? And I guess that's the challenge is, number one, ask that question to your own kid. Hey, coaches too. I know there's some coaches on here. Hey guys, thanks for coming on. Yeah, Michael, Jay, Sika, Steph, what's up? But like, guys, like, just asking your own kid, how many coaches have you played for that have believed in you, straight up giving you like, I think this coach believes in me? Because like, that's a powerful question to start finding out of, like, if that isn't occurring often from the players, then what are we doing wrong? Where are we missing the mark? Parents, are we not asking the right questions? Coaches, are we not looking at this and thinking, like, what are we doing wrong? Are we focused too much on the X's and O's and worried more about the results versus just worried about building these kids up? They're 11 and 12. What championship, what kind of thing do you think is going to matter in the long run? This is what always cracks me up. I say to guys all the time. When I talk to Division I coaches and all these other coaches, pro scouts and all that stuff, do you think anyone ever asks the question, well, where was the kid when they were 11, 12 years old? Where did they play? Do you honestly think anyone gives a shit about that? No. But when they're young, that's the opportunity we have to be able to put that out there more and make them believe. And that, I guess that's more the main point of all this, is that what can we do better? What can we do better? parents that are on here, listen right now, what can we do better? What are some suggestions that you guys think? Coaches, Reed, yeah, every kid needs someone who believes. Yep, exactly. Tell a child to believe in them. Isn't it crazy? Reed, it's nuts. Like, you've seen it. How many times we've seen that of, like, see it all the time, right? You tell a kid, you're good at this. You're good at this, work on that. Boom, it's like this sparkle. Really? You think I'm good? It's crazy. But we're so backwards with that. And again, this is all part of, guys, what I talk about with mindset. It's all part of our unconscious. We're wired that way. But we have to become aware of that and understand that we're all a part of that issue on that part. But there is a choice that we have in what we pay attention to and what we decide to focus in on. It's not hocus pocus stuff. We're wired naturally to be negative. That's okay. But if we wire ourselves to intentionally every day think about positive stuff, we're going to lead to more positive behavior. We're going to lead to more things like believing. We're going to lead to more things like understanding and looking at, hey, am I giving this kid the attention or not? Is this kid getting the attention they need? Am I firing this kid up? Am I giving this kid one little nugget to be like, you know what, that little glimmer of like, you know what, you're really good at this. You're really good at this. Zone in on that. That's where we're missing the mark. But it was just one of those things of like a scientific experiment, right, of sorts. Of like, you just looked at that and that was nuts. That was nuts, guys, to sit there with these kids. And like, I didn't expect it. I thought I was going to get at least half the hands go up. I did not. I'm like, really? I looked at them like, really, guys? That's it? And just, they looked around like, yeah, coach. Like, yeah, that's it. Crazy. Coaches need to learn, yeah. They should be taught child. Exactly. Yep. Communication. Exactly. Exactly. Reed, like, one of the things I always laugh at, buddy, is this, is like, with USA Hockey stuff, like, anyone can get a level 1, level 2, level 3. Anybody. But one of the things I always say is, like, I guarantee you, if we did a psychological evaluation on these coaches where they fit to actually work with children, I'm willing to bet at least, I usually say 70% would be out, but I guarantee you 50% are not capable of really dealing with a kid and understanding how to actually deal with them. I'd put it out on the line right there of the guys that come into these courses most of the times. And the ones that are good, but there's plenty of yo-yos that are just sitting there through the weekend, they get their course, that's it, they're done, and there's nothing else. It's done. You are officially a coach. You can now work with kids. That's it. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Exactly, yep. Anyone can get a driver's license. Exactly. Isn't that the truth, man? Isn't that the truth, buddy? But again, guys, parents, other coaches, guys, like, what's your thoughts on this? Like, what's the issue? What are we missing the boat on? I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys, on, and let's talk about that, because that was real. The experience was real yesterday. Something that I didn't expect, but an easy question of asking, how many coaches have you played for that have genuinely created belief in you, that made you feel like, yes, you can do it? 3 out of 40. There's something wrong with that. What can we do? What can we change? I know what I keep working on. I know what I keep trying to change, getting the message out. I know I can do more. I'm not even close to even scratching the surface of where I'm trying to go with this. Coaches like, guys, Reed Malpe, there's another one. Follow him. Friend him now. There's a guy that gets it. There's a guy that gets it and knows, like, yes, there is a different way. Because there's a lot of us out there, guys. There's a lot that think this way, that know it's more about strengths, right? Maureen, shout out, right? If you watch, right? It's about your strengths. It's about understanding that belief is a powerful force. Inspiration is a powerful force. But you gotta know how to get to that. You gotta focus on, that's a real feeling. You can't fake that. You can't fake that. Like, it's either you show it and you mean it, or nah, it doesn't fly. All right? Got the guy who's kind of looking at me thinking, what's this weirdo doing over here? But yeah, guys, we'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, Reed, thanks. Steve, thanks. Tyler, guys, thanks for joining in, listening and all that stuff. But again, guys, right, we'd love to hear. Please like it, share it, guys, with anyone you think that needs to hear it. You know, discussions about that. But that's the idea, is the more we put this up in the air, the more we talk about these things, the more and more likely those kinds of things change. Because that's the reality, is that if it's real and we feel it, then just talk about it more. Don't hide behind and think that, oh, this is taboo stuff and you can't talk about it. It's bullshit. There's nothing taboo about belief. Belief is everything. We all know it. As adults, we know it. We've all had that teacher, that boss, that somebody in our lives, that family member, whoever it is. We all know that feeling. So those are my 2 cents. But let me get back in the car, finish up the ride, go see the kiddos, go see the missus. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Chat soon. We'll see you.